Hey, Meepletown residents. Today we're looking at our favorite games of 2017.
It's our top 10. It's our top 10. It's so like a hen.
Cheechaw. All right, so...
Oh, yeah. Cheechaw.
Nonsense. All right, so
if you've never seen Arrested Development, then...
You need to.
No idea what just happened.
That is true.
And you probably think that we're stupider than we are.
Do you think that the that extra season released in 2017? That would be perfect.
The extra season did not release in 2017. I watched one episode, maybe two, and never watched the rest because I didn't think it was very good.
Okay.
So I'll tell you how I really feel.
Today we're talking about our favorite games of 2017. Now we are going to be doing our 10 through 6 games right now, and then our top 5 are going to be with a special guest.
You're not going to say it's going to be
Surprise.
Let the suspense.
We're going to force you to watch this nonsense, and then you're going to get somebody who's much better at this than we are to be our special guest.
It's like a symphony, and it's like it's the tensions building. And
doo-dum, doo-dum.
Hey, I really like our special guest that we're going to have. But I mean, Dean, we're good too, okay? We're the best.
Are we?
I'm just trying to be humble. No, I'm just.
Okay, we're going to jump in here. I'm going to start off with my number 10 game, a game that you have not played. John, what's your name? John. You've not played this, John. This game is by Paolo Mori. It is a command game. That's Ethnos. John has not played this one.
I honestly have never even seen any gameplay of this. So I have no idea anything about this game.
All right. Well, I'm going to tell you a little bit about this. This is set collection. It is area majority, where you are playing cards onto the table, and those cards represent different, like, traditional fantasy characters like giants and oh goodness, my mind is after the first merfolk and fairies with the mini expansion thing. So there's like their traditional... I
like a nice merfolk. So you're selling me on...
There you go. You're going to be playing the cards, and you're going to be putting your pieces out on the board, which have to do with the area control piece, area majority, and you'll get points that way, but you also get points for collecting different sets of the characters that you get, and again, the special abilities play into that as well. It's a pretty simple game. It's not a beautiful game. I'll say that. It is not the most beautiful game in the world. It is that like 1970s fantasy traditional art. Some people really love the art on this.
Not you.
Yeah,
it's not for you.
It's not my jam, and I think that's part of the reason why I didn't get so much staying power, maybe. I know that it had a lot of buzz around it when it came out, but I haven't heard much about it in years. Since 2017, probably. I still like it. Ethnos.
Excellent. All right, so my number 10 is a game that I love to play when I can't play the full version because I don't have time, or whenever I'm going on vacation or traveling a bit and I don't want to take a giant box. That is Caverna, Cave versus Cave. And that's exactly why I like this game. It's a Uwe Rosenberg game. Anyone who follows me knows how much I like Uwe. This is my favorite of his two-player games. I haven't played Inland Port, the Le Havre two-player game, but I like this better than All Creatures Big and Small, mostly because I like how the spots open up over the course of the game, the worker placement spots, and there's different ones, so every game gives you a different type of feel. And I don't know. I really love Caverna. Caverna is a really high game for me, and this is just one that I'm really glad he came out with. I would always rather play Caverna, unless I'm in a time crunch or I'm going on a trip. But I just had to add it because I've played it a decent amount because I like it for that reason. It's one of my go-to two-player only games.
Yeah, this is a fun one. One of the things that you mentioned, I prefer the All Creatures Big and Small.
Mm-hmm. It's a great game too.
But what you said with the variability, like All Creatures Big and Small, you're pretty much playing the same thing.
Same thing every time.
Yeah, you do have the expansion that adds different buildings. That changes it up some, but not a ton. This one has more variability, I think. So. Yep. All right. Good pick
number
there,
10.
John. My number 9 is a game that I like quite a bit. This is a Kiesling game, which I really like. Kiesling. This is, at the moment, probably my favorite Kiesling game that came out in 2017.
Wow. So you're
Yeah, I think so.
Fly.
I definitely think so. The Heaven and Ale, Riverboat, which I've not played, also came out that year. But this one is the abstract game of...
I disagree with you.
That it's an abstract game?
I disagree with you about his best for this year. So that may be some insight into later on for me.
Yeah, this one's super simple. You're drafting tiles from tiles. You're drafting these different colored tiles from like these coasters, and when you take those, you're going to put them on your board, and then those tiles, as they fill up in those different spots, fill up the different sections, you'll take one of those tiles and put it out onto your board, and then score those in the same way that you score like Quirkle, I guess. You're going to score by columns and rows, and then at the end, you're also going to get points for the ways that they're kind of set up on there. But I like this game a lot. The first time I played this one, fell in love with it. One that my wife and I enjoy playing this one quite a bit. A lot of fun. Azul.
Yeah, so Azul, I enjoy Azul. I have not gone as gaga as... I mean, people go crazy for this game. And first of all, I'm going to say I understand why. So there's no argument against that. It's a great gateway game, too. Like, it's one that we did like a game night at church, and this was the game I picked. That's how much I like it for that. But if it's, just comes down to, do you want to play this game? That's okay.
Yeah.
You like it more than I do.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, I'm assuming it's not on your list higher up.
Oh, no. But I mean, I still like it though. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Good game. Your number...
The way I said, oh no, it kind of sounded like I don't like it, but that's not true. I like it.
Your number 9.
Okay, my number 9 is, I'm pulling it up on my phone. Yeah, this is actually going to be higher on Dean's list, I think.
It is correct.
It is? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So should I say it now, or should we just wait?
Say it. Do it.
Dinosaur Island, I'm going Don't sing it. To make some dinosaur babies. Boom, chicka, boom, boom.
Oh, yikes. All right, Dinosaur Island. We'll talk about that here in a little while.
Yeah, I'll wait until
I'll throw some pictures up there. My number, goodness gracious, 8. My number 8, it's not that difficult to count, but counting backwards, on the other hand. My number 8 is a game that also you have not played, I don't think.
No, and you've been trying to get me to... Well, you know what? You've told me to play this game a lot, but you've never had it and said, we need to play this.
Yep, that's right, so because I do not own this game. This is Clank in Space. I own Clank, but I don't own Clank in Space.
I didn't know that you did. I thought you owned this one.
Yeah, no, I have a friend. We have a friend, Jonathan, who owns this or used to own it, and I've played it with him. Okay. So Clank in Space is a deck builder where you're moving around on the board. The original Clank that came out was this fantasy-themed. Clank in Space is space-themed, as you can imagine. And they made some changes for the better for this one, I think. Like you have to unlock these doors to go through, and you're collecting the things as you go around to gain points, and then there's this race to get back before you're all eaten by the alien type figure. And I like this one a lot. I slightly prefer Clank, the regular Clank fantasy version, but that's on theme for that one. I do think that this is the better game, probably, but I still, regardless, I really like this one a lot.
I know you struggle with that statement. I've heard you multiple times say you think it's probably. Stop waffling, okay?
I mean, I think
make a decision.
More people.
You tell me right now.
My favorite is Clank. I like Clank better. I think more people like the mechanisms in Clank in Space better. That's what I was getting at.
I appreciate
that. But it's basically like the same gist of moving around on the board, a la like Quest for El Dorado, which is another one that came out this year, 2017.
Which could be higher or not on your list at all.
It's not, but wow. I like Quest for El Dorado a lot.
You talk about that game all the time.
Mm-hmm. I like
Why did it not make your list?
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I like it. Okay. Just because I like a game doesn't mean it's on my list.
Whatever.
This is the best of the best, John. This is the best of 2017.
Okay. My number 7 is surprise, surprise.
Not the best of 2017. Just kidding.
Is another UVA game, and Dean likes this better than me.
I do,
I think, which I am shocked this isn't on your list.
Yeah, for a couple reasons. I want to play it more, and I think
I should say the name of it.
I have some.
So we recorded the top 5 before the top 6 through 10, and when you watch the top 5, you'll notice there's a game where he just starts talking about it, and our special guest and I are just like, why are you not saying the name? Like, are you really trying to be suspenseful? Noosefjord by Uwe Rosenberg. Yeah. So this game, it feels like a streamlined version of some of his other games. Now, I like Caverna better. I like Feast for Odin better. There's a lot of there's several of his other games that I definitely like better than this. But I like the fish element of it and the way you feed the elders and the way that those putting the fish on the plates work. All that stuff is really neat in this game, and it plays pretty lickety split. It's pretty quick.
Lickety split, he says.
It is. I mean, I like how it plays pretty quick. It's when I say streamlined, it's because there's only a few resources. Like you got fish, you've got wood, you've got money. Though I would prefer more, maybe. But I don't know. I thought this was it's a really fun play. I do not own this one. I'm okay with not owning it because Dean does. But I like it quite a bit.
Yeah, I really, really enjoy this game. The problem with me is I've got a lot of games in 2017 that I really enjoyed. This isn't as good as
You're telling me Azul is better than this game?
Right now. Yeah, wow. I've played Azul a lot more. But I haven't played Newsfjord enough to have it like in that top spot. But
you're saying that creepy Ethnos game is better than this game?
Right now.
I'm sure that game.
I mean, you can keep going down my list and saying and the answer is yes.
You're telling me
on all of the top 10. Newsfjord is probably top 15, top 20 for sure.
Okay.
Top 20 for sure, but I don't know exactly where it would fit like in the when all is said and done. But I will say I like the variability and the different decks that you have in this game too. Yeah, the different buildings. I think that's really cool. So anyway, that's your Newsfjord number 7.
Yeah, you couldn't remember what number.
I don't know. Number 7 is that what?
Yes.
All right, my number 6 is a game that will be probably.
Did you start this list off?
What's that?
You did, didn't you?
I did. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Hey, welcome, John, to the video of our best 2017
you
games.
You just didn't know the number.
Altiplano.
Yes.
Is my number 7.
Good answer.
Now, Altiplano
Good answer.
Is the first game that you have
Family Feud, baby.
played on my list. Is that right? Other than Azul, which you don't love. Altiplano is a
Correctamundo
bag building game where you are drawing these tiles out of your bag, putting them out onto your board, and doing the different actions when you're able to move into that spot with your traveler around the board. So if you've played Orleans, you'll know that this is a lesser game than Orleans, but also it is very similar in the mechanisms. Not exactly the same, but there's a lot of huge similarities. Same designer, same U.S. publisher. John actually prefers this to Orleans.
I was going to say, I mean, this is what, the thing about Orleans, I mean, Altiplano is like Rainer Stockhausen thought about Orleans for a while and then came up with a superior game called Altiplano.
The majority of people would disagree with that statement.
I know. I you know what? Let them watch number 1 through 5. I don't want to have the same argument twice. That's a plug for our next video.
So John says with his statement that all sequels are better than the original.
No, this one is.
Altiplano, a lot of fun. Really enjoy this one. That is
Such
my
a good game.
number
Such a wonderful
7.
Game. All right, so my number 6 is...
We're not there yet. Your number 7 is...
No. Oh, whoops.
You literally just said that I started this video.
Sorry. For some reason, I was thinking that we were doing through number 5, and we're not. That's the other list. The other list is 1 through 5. Okay. My number 7 is Gentes. What was funny? How stupid I am?
No, it's just such a delayed reaction.
Oh,
I had. Sorry about that. Yeah. No, that wasn't it.
Oh, yeah. You're like, man, John's one of the funniest guys I know. That's what you're thinking right now. And
John's number 7 is Gentes.
Dean and my wife react the same way. I just try to say things that make them not like it. Gentes is a game that is really fun, and that's why I like it. Now, I like the way the cards play. The card play in this game is really cool. I like the way that when you're playing the cards, you have symbols on the cards, and you're like trying to collect similar ones and stuff so you can score more points. But the thing I like the most about this game, and I think it's probably the thing that Dean likes the most about this game, is the way the worker placement and actions work, where you're going and you're paying either money or you're paying time. you can pay time to make it less money. You're balancing like, okay, do I want to spend a little more money to spend less time or whatever? So you place your worker, then you have to put the times after them or whatever. You have to put the times up there for, whatever action it is. And just balancing all that's interesting. The whole area, is it really area control? I don't know. I mean, you're putting your cities out on the board and stuff like that is pretty fun in this game. This one's slid a little bit. I remember the first time I played it, I was like, yeah. And now I'm like, it's a solid game. It's cool. I mean, obviously it's number 7 on my list for this year, but it probably won't, be. I think it made my top 50 last year, even, Dean. Or it was really. I think it did.
It did.
And
yeah,
it won't this year, I don't think. But I still really like this game quite a bit. Gentes.
Yeah, this one is a ton of fun. You're exactly right with the time feature in this game. I think is really interesting.
The people tug of war. I didn't say that either, which is pretty neat.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, my number 6 is back year number 8, I think is what we said it was. 9, year number 9.
Number 9, yeah.
Dinosaur Island. I also really like Dinosaur Island, but Dinosaur Island came out in 2017. And in this game, you've got several different mechanisms, which is a big reason why I like this. You're dice drafting. You are also... You have worker placement in 2 different phases of this game. Your tile placement, where you're building up your park. The look of this game is beautiful.
I love the look of this game.
And the feel of building up a park and gaining points for the dinosaurs that you have and the different, the other different types of buildings and things like that you're putting into your park. This is a lot of fun. Really enjoy this one a lot.
Yeah, I want to play this one more. When you first got it, Dean, we played it multiple times, and I haven't played it since. This could... I'm wondering if it could rise for me if I played it a little bit more. Have you ever played this and watched Jurassic Park at the same time?
I have not.
That would be dope.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. This is Jurassic Park, the board game, pretty much. Building up a dinosaur park. John's number 6 is...
I forgot. Oh, yeah, no, I remember. Spirit Island. Spirit Island. I'll say it louder because sometimes when I do weird stuff like that, like talk low, people can't hear me. So in Spirit Island, now I'm not a huge co-op guy.
Check that out.
Dean is pretty. Oh yeah,
somebody
did
cool. a 3D board of Spirit Island, which looks dope.
That's awesome.
Sorry,
Dean. No, good. Dean is surprised that it's number 6, aren't you?
That it's this high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This may be my favorite co-op game. Now this is a heavy game. There is a ton to think about in this game. So if you have played Pandemic, which is a good game as well, for sure, and you're like, oh, let me get my toes in the way, it's a lot heavier than Pandemic, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Like, absolutely. It's much heavier. And the knock on this, though this is number 6, and I've said this multiple times, is I don't know how often I can get this to the table. Like, my wife doesn't really like co-op games, and you're going to have to play this with gamers. You have to. And... a lot of times when I play with my gamer friends, they want to see who's the best gamer instead of play a friendly, and we play not co-op games.
That's exactly what one of the comments was because we actually just put out a review of Spirit Island. That was one of the comments, that when you play with heavier gamers, oftentimes they want to play games where you're beating each other.
It's the truth.
And this one, you're not doing this one, but I like this one quite a bit.
That's why I probably won't own it. If I could play this with my wife and she would said that she liked it, then I would totally pick this up because I really, really enjoy this.
Yep. A lot of fun. Spirit Island from John. That is John.
I made it. I made this design this game myself.
John's pick is what I was getting at. That is our 6 through 10 of our 2017 games. Stay tuned for our 5 through 1 with our special guest that we will not say. You'll see soon enough.
Sounds good.
Tell people how they can get in touch with us.
If you're enjoying our channel, we would love for you to subscribe to our channel. You can also go to Meepletown Games to check out our podcast and all our goodies there. We're at Meepletown Games on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and we're Board Game Geek Guild 3407.
Thanks for coming down to Meepletown. Thanks for joining us, and be sure to follow us on Twitter at Meepletown Games, and connect with us on the Meepletown Guild number 3407, at BoardGameGeek.com, and also subscribe to our podcast and YouTube channel. And until next time, thanks for coming down to Meepletown.